So before I get into this, well, I've been inspired by somebody because, well, their tips are pretty ass, and let me tell you why most people don't do layup pass. It's because they don't know how, and the game doesn't explain it properly. So you know what? I'm gonna give you a free tip by telling you how to do it. You gotta hold X. It's not hit X quickly as you're doing the layup. You gotta hit, like, hold X, like, right away, and, you know, use the practice core, and eventually you'll, or if anything, you're gonna have to do it in a different way because you can't even use it on the practice court. But yeah, practice and you'll figure it out. You'll figure out the timing. But anyway, so yeah, here's some 10 tips for people. Number one, don't hold R2 and only use stamina if you need to switch with someone. If you want to try to outrun your opponent, or if you find your opponent is outrunning you. I see a lot of people who use their stamina so fast. I really use R2. Once you're over 100 speed, don't gotta use R2 much. Number two, stop swiping so much. I see so many people doing this, whether they old or new, and every swipe should be calculated because one bad swipe could mean you're leaving your opponent open. It is for this reason that I don't fear Pedro or Chloe. I can bait them into swiping, and then it's lights out if they don't get the steal. Even with steal speed, don't do this too much. Try to collide with them and then swipe, or if they in front of you, it might be a good time. Number three, stop jumping all the time. Most people will pump fake so they don't have to use their normal shot. I find low levels will shoot with their normal shot, but the average player won't. It's all a mind game at the end of the day. I can't tell you when to jump. I do see a lot of patterns with people. It can usually get a block or two a game. Face shooting has to do with defense resist, so in some cases you might as well stand in front of them. If they aren't accurate, they'll most likely brick. I know they could make it anyways, but sometimes it's better to be in front instead of jumping, which will leave them open if your team doesn't play help D. Number four, setting screens. Screens are very important, and I always cringe if someone has don't screen in their macro chat. You will never beat comp unless you learn the art of a good screen. And smalls can set screens for each other, but this is mainly the big's job. Number five, big is the toughest position because getting rebounds isn't the most important thing. What happens if it's a game with only 2 rebounds? They gotta be out there playing help D and do not paint camp. If they're big, can shoot threes. Help D is harder, and I probably can't do it unless the team is super sweaty in most cases. I find myself doubling people. It's also my job on offense to try and make my score's life's easier, so I got a screen, or at the very least use my body to get in the way of his defender. Number six, passing to your teammate if he's able to make him jump, aka pass back. I don't demonstrate in this game because I don't trust my team. They miss a lot, but usually if their defender jumps, pass back for easy points. Number seven, try to keep your defender guessing. Everything is a mind game with this, and you don't always want to do the same thing. I got a lot of variety, makes it difficult for people to read me. Number eight, knowing when to shoot. The game tells you sometimes by saying good positioning, but sometimes this game is so fast paced, it's very important to pay attention to angles. They're not directly in front of you or a few feet out of position. Like you could see with some of the shots I make in this game is so cheesy that they could be off by an inch, and that's all it takes. Keep in mind my accuracy as well. Hard to say if I'd make it if I redlined it. Number nine. Look at the scoreboard every few minutes and figure out who the main scorer is. People have patterns, and if it's halftime, we got one guy at 20 points and the rest have a couple. It's pretty clear he needs to be doubled. Don't be afraid to let them take a two if it means you're able to stop them from getting a three. And number 10, this might be one of the most important ones. Get a lot of freestyles, whether it's shooting freestyles for smalls or dunking freestyles for bigs, or the smalls who are meant to dunk. Nadia, Jason, Lou, etc., etc. Could do a lot of smalls with dunking freestyles as well, but make sure they are bigger than the average small, like dunking Rins or Gingers, etc., etc. is crazy talk, in my opinion. Having a lot of freestyles equivalent to having different skills, because nobody could be too sure what freestyle you are on, and with every freestyle your defender has to be in different position if they're going to be able to contest or block it. Sometimes this game is so dumb that I shoot a wide open but they block it. That's a story for another day though. This video could be for anyone that needs help, not necessarily directed at anybody in particular, but directed at whoever needs some answers, and that's about it for this. And yeah, take care. Have a good night, everybody.
Received. Move to the next destination.